Hi, fashion dolls. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to another Style by Stevie exclusive primetime interview. And my very special guest today is a singer and songwriter and also an actor. Vbrown actor singer will be joining me today, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm so excited about it. Welcome, Rejoice Boutique. Welcome, welcome. I'm super duper excited to be doing this interview with Vbrown actor singer. And as you guys see, this is my second wardrobe change for the day. So, of course, styling and hair and all of those things, I do it on my own. So, thank you guys so much. Makeup is still in place. Like, I didn't even have to touch up or anything. So, shout outs to Exclusive Beauty, our girl Talana, for always making sure that our hair and our lashes and everything are on point. The lashes that I'm wearing today are from Exclusive Beauty. So, I'm going to be sharing this live to my TV and my interview with Travius Whetstone is up right now, so make sure you guys go and check that out. Hey, Auntie Stevie. Hey, Lovey. And our very special guest is here. Hey, Terrence. I can't get to anybody's comments right now. I'm in the middle of doing this interview, so I will have to get to all the comments at the end of the interview for the first look. I know everybody's liked the jumpsuit that I had on. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, my very special guest is here. Vbrown actor singer. Let's get into it. This is my third show of the day, y'all. I've already did 2 down, 1 more to go. This is the last one. All right. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. And make sure if you guys have any questions, type them in the comments. Am I projecting all right? Do I need to put on earbuds? If it's an echo, let me know. Hello, hello, hello.
Hey there, Miss
Stevie.
Finally, it's such a pleasure to finally meet you and do this interview with you.
Oh, likewise. The pleasure is
all mine.
Yes, so he's here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this interview started.
Let's get it started.
What first got you into music? It is 6:02.
Okay, being on time. Listen, that's part of my New Year's resolution. I'm trying to be on time. I would have had to legally change my name to like Late Brown. I'm always late. But yeah. So what was the question?
What first got you into music?
What first got me into music? I think I come from a musical family. I heard music all my life. I don't remember a day without music in my life. I took a liking to it probably in elementary school. I tried to play instruments. I played the trumpet, clarinet. Tried to sing in some groups here and there, but I was so shy. Hey, parents. There's an echo. I'm echoing. Oh, crap.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Is it just me echoing?
Better? Yes, I'm here because before when I had the earbuds in when I was doing my show with Alex today, everybody, I took the earbuds out. Everybody was saying that they couldn't really hear me. It was kind of staticky. But okay. Go ahead. You was telling us about how you got started in music.
Okay. But yeah, like I said, I've started with all the way back in elementary school playing instruments and singing in the music groups in school. And I kind of felt like left it alone. And I wait till I don't know, till I'm almost 35 to try and pick it back up and try and do it professionally. Yeah.
And not only are you into music, but you're an actor as well too. What made you want to get into acting?
I got into acting, kind of sort of almost I was trying to be sarcastic because someone told me I missed my calling. He was like, you should have been an actor, the way you play. So I was like, but I love television, I love movies and everything like that. And hey, King, I wanted to, as I was looking at television and movies, I'm like, I don't see an accurate representation of us. Right. And us being brown people, us being people of particular ages, particular sizes, gender identities, sexuality. Like there's there's not an accurate representation of all of us. Um, like my TV is going white and white and hateful before my eyes. I'm like, you know what? I need to get in this. And I once heard someone say, if you don't like what you see, be the change. So I got into it to basically try to be the change that I wanted to see. So I've loved it. I love movies and TV. It's what I do. Is what I know. Is what I love. So I said I got to get involved.
And I agree with that 100%. Representation is key because you do not see people that look like yourself or myself, where, in the LGBT community as well. Like,
Right.
inclusivity is key. And the key thing that Tyler Perry says that I love, that it says that, they want to invite you to have a seat at the table, you invent your own.
Make
Invent
your
your own
own.
platform. And that's what I've done right here with my platform, Style by Stevie, and other platforms like our girl Janae Giance and Kenneth Tukes that is in our group, as
Hmm.
well as the Nita D. Rashawn, the hot seat. Everybody has their own platform. And what sets us aside is that we're all inclusive. But the key thing that makes us the same is that we're all black. And we've built our own platforms to give everybody the opportunity to come on and showcase what they feel is unique about them, their talent, their whatever gift that God has given them. Which brings me to my next question: who inspires you? Who is some of your inspiration when you're making music?
My inspirations. Let's see. Well, first, just to backtrack on what you just said,
Hmm.
it is important. The representation is important. It's important for, I would say, 5-year-old Miss Stevie, who didn't have that outlook maybe, and 5-year-old Vince, or I'm sorry,
Yes.
Vbrown. But it's important for those little people that lived inside of us who didn't have this image to look at and say, oh wow, I can do that when I get older. So yeah, that makes it even more important. And as far as the inspirations that I saw growing up, the only person I really could identify with musically was people like Luther Vandross, Freddie Jackson. Like
Mm.
I'm an '80s baby, so those are the voices I heard growing up. Those two, Jeffrey Osborne, People Bryson, um, and growing up into the '90s, we had mega groups. Most of those guy groups like 112, Drew Hill, um, so many of them. Brian McKnight, Avant, all those people from the '90s and early 2000s really inspired me. And some of the ladies. I love a diva. That's why I'm here with you. I love a diva. There was Mary, there was Whitney, Tony,
Yes.
all those great ladies. Faith Evans. Um, that was a pivotal moment when I met Faith Evans before backstage. Um, I was helping out my partner who used to have a salon and he did hair and things like that. And I asked, like, are you ready for your makeup? She was just like, wait a minute, you asked me about my makeup. Aren't you a singer? I was like, me? No, not really. And she's like, that voice that you're speaking with, you got to be a singer. Come on. I was like, you know what? There you go. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. When it comes from a person of Faith Evans caliber to
Uh
hear me
huh.
speak, I said I'm gonna give this honest to God shot. Absolutely.
And you did. You followed it. She manifested it, and look at you now.
Yeah, brother trying out here. He trying. As you see, I'm in the
Hmm.
studio right now. This is where I am. This is where I've been spending all of our spare quarantine time, just trying to create and prepare for when things hopefully, God please, when things hopefully return to normal.
It doesn't seem like it's ending, and I know everybody's just. I just wanted to do this interview because I wanted to give everybody sort of an escape with everything that's going on. We're seeing what's going on at Capitol Hill, and I just pray that everybody makes it out of there safe.
Miss Stevie, I said when I turned on the news, I said I know Miss Stevie is having a fit and dragging at home. Like
Oh yeah,
I
a few minutes
know.
ago, yes, in the black outfit, and I had on the perfect color. It was a funeral because Mitch McConnell, Donald Trump, they all got it. So that
Hmm.
live is up, and it wasn't pretty.
Yeah,
So
and their
yeah.
minions can't take it. Their minions can't take it. It's a shame. And I tell you one thing, if that were a bunch of black people out there on Capitol Hill trying to make Obama stay, there'd be bodies on the lawn. They wouldn't care. They would deal. All we got to do is remember how they dealt with people during this Black Lives Matter movement.
Mm-hmm.
The brute force that they use on peaceful protesters. None of the people in Black Lives Matter were vandalizing government property, breaking any laws. Everyone came in peace. And the
At
way they
all.
got treated, come on. And they're letting this happen. It had to take people breaking into the damn building, breaking windows and things, for them to take something seriously. And still, there's no one had been shot, busted in the head with a baton or anything. It's disgusting. If it wasn't never clear before today, America hates our black asses, and it makes me angry. Makes me angry. We got to be about a change. I don't see no
Absolutely.
other reason. I don't see no other reason. Yes, you're right. Just because we are black, Terrence. Yes, just because. And I don't get it. And I'm not going
Tara
to
said
stand
it was the
for it.
black outfit for me. Oh, that black jumpsuit I had. Yeah, I was wearing the perfect color. I said, oh, somebody getting laid to rest today. Because I know in my spirit that there's going to be some violence. So I just had to go on ahead and just call it out. Alex was looking at me like, yeah, you good? You good? I was angry because Donald Trump, it took you a minute to come out and condemn this and say something, but you ain't hardly did nothing but tell your base to just, why don't you just, go home? We can all, it's over. Yeah, it is over. This election is
Yes,
over.
it's
It's done.
over for you. It's over for you, bro. Get out. You
There's
deserve
nothing
your
more you can
eviction.
do.
Nothing more
January
you can
20th.
do.
That's it. So my next question for you is, how would you describe the music that you typically create?
The music I typically create, it's R&B. I like traditional R&B. It's the stuff that, like I said, I grew up on. I'm just trying my damnedest not to let it die out. There's for the album Friday Night, I kind of sort of went with a somewhat throwback vibe with a 2020 twist on things. And with forthcoming projects, I'm taking a little different turn. I'm trying some new things. I got a great engineer producer right here to my right. He's working on some stuff now. His name's Matty B. Mobley, and my cousin Mimi J.K., who I frequently collaborate with. We're working on some things that sound a little more fresher and newer, but still true to the Vbrown brand and my taste in music. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, what is one of your favorite songs to perform? You already know my favorite is, when it was the Christmas holidays and you sent me the album. I said, oh my God, his voice feels so warm and fuzzy on the
Oh, thanks.
inside. And it's like when the holidays, when Christmas comes around, I feel like a child all over again. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, this song is beautiful.
I
So, yeah.
appreciate that. Well, that song, I actually did like a four-track thing as a gift to my mother who loves Christmas. I just made her this little Christmas album in 2019 and gifted it to her. And this past Christmas in 2020, I really was not in the Christmas spirit, probably up until the last minute. And I uploaded that song on SoundCloud, and one of my directors, who I do plays with, he heard it and he said, "We're gonna do something with this." And he decided to make a quick video, and he said, "I want you to post it, put it on YouTube, put it everywhere." And like the response from him was just like, so like I said, of course, a light bulb is going off. So after the second forthcoming project, I think I'm gonna look into some jazz. I think I will.
Hey, Alex, again. Welcome back. Yes, I can't wait to see what you're going to bring in 2021. Like, the year started off kind of good. It's kind of crazy still with what's going on right now. But
Mhm.
for us, it's starting off pretty good because we're focused on everything that we've already had. 2020 was a crazy year, but now going into this year, we can kind of put in perspective everything that we want to do, everything that we've had already planned for 2020. We can now
Absolutely.
envision it into now, the future, the present, and this right now.
Yes,
So, if
absolutely.
you could change anything about the music industry, what would it be?
Oh boy, we only got an hour, right? What I would change about this industry, um, although although technology has allowed us to be creative and independent, there's still a lot of locked doors to a lot of us, and I would just want to encourage people to share the room, share the wealth, share the knowledge.
Yes.
Be willing to collaborate. You can't you can't thumb your nose down at anyone. We're all working towards the same goals here. So I would just want people to be more open. Um, cut some of those prejudices and discriminating behaviors towards each other. Show love to your fellow artists. Don't scream support, 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 but you're not supporting. Um, and I would want to go back to CDs. I mean, digital music, it's convenient, but it still in some way cheats the artist. Like I can remember when my favorite artists were releasing things and Payday, I'm rushing down to oh crap, I forgot the Tower Records, Sam Goody, and I'm grabbing a CD or ordering the imported CDs with all those extra tracks on there. Like that
Oh
made you
yeah.
want it. That made you want the music. But now, the way music goes now, and with streaming and things like that, you get 10 cents. You basically get 10 cents. Yes, dear. Hey, Miss Bisa. Yes, FYE. We used to go there on our lunch break. Old coworker and friend. Um, yeah, we would go for it. It made you want it. But now these streams, it's like you're hot on week one, maybe week two, and then week three, people forgot. It's so transitory now. Like, so I would want to go back to real music that you can hold in your hand and like
Yeah.
makes you want to go get it. So it's just some of the things.
And what is the creative process like for you? Like, what is the writing process like for you?
Oh my God, the writing process. I feel a side eye from this guy. The writing process is funny. It's painful. It's uh, mind wrecking. It's fun. It's sad. It's all of those things. You just never know where a melody might take you. Um, as my producer always says, I'm making crybaby records. No more crybaby records. So I'm like, I grew up on those sappy love songs. I can't help it. So the writing process sometimes it's all of those things. I tend to try to write from experiences, be it past or present, or things that I hope for. Um, through the music, I tell my story. I tell other people's stories. I tell my friends' stories. I'm probably telling somebody's story out there. You hear things just in passing. It's like, I'm gonna write about that. So, yeah, anything. It can come from anywhere at any time. I spring up at like 3 in the morning sometimes and disturbing the house. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, shh, don't say nothing. I just dreamed of something. I gotta write this. So it can be mad too.
My next question for you is: if you could do a collaboration with any artist that is out currently right now, who would that be? Or it can be dead or alive, whatever works for you.
Oh, okay. I may have to think about the new people for a second. I'll get to some new people, y'all. But as far as people from the past, I mean, I think most of my favorites are going on. But I would love to do something with Deborah Cox, um,
Mm.
Carrie Hilson, Jasmine Sullivan, um, Brian McKnight. Um, I wish I could have done something with Luther Whitney, Aaliyah. Like they were amazing people. Um, as far as like new folks, I'm into LMA a little bit. I like her a little bit. Um, Oh, what's the dude name? Is it Ty Dolla Sign? I
Oh
actually,
yeah,
yeah, I actually took a listen to his project. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice.
that
Yeah.
would be a different collaboration because I've known you for like R&B. I would describe Ty Dolla Sign as sort of like, how can I say it? Trap soul, sort of.
Trap soul, yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
you gotta embrace the new. That's a, that's what I'm figuring out. You gotta embrace the new as well. So I'm not scared to venture into the trap soul realm anymore. But there's some very good independent artists I know out there.
Yes.
And queer artists. People like I don't know if you ever heard of Medino Green. He's a great rapper from Atlanta. Aaron Thomas, he's someone right here from Philadelphia. Um, there's the list can go on. Like, man, I'm willing to work. If people willing to do it too, I'm willing to work with anybody, as long as we vibing.
Yes, and great energy and chemistry,
Oh
like even
crap! And
some of the greats.
Kelly Rowland. If you ever see this, I love
Oh,
you. You're my favorite Destiny Child.
okay. How do you feel that the internet has impacted the music industry with everything that's going on with this pandemic? I know a lot of artists have just, had to put all of their performances and concerts on hold, and they've been doing it at home virtually. So, how do you feel that the internet has impacted the music business in general, collectively?
Well, at one point, I was feeling like the internet is just it's filth, but it's using it's being used for something good in a moment like this. It's allowing people to
Yes,
still be creative and share what they're creating. There's concerts being streamed and things like that. I'm actually going to be on one this Friday. Um, Not actually performing live, but they'll be streaming material from lots of Black queer artists from around the U.S. And excuse me, it's called the Black Queer Festival, Black Queer Music Festival, um, by the Lighthouse Foundation, Chicago. So
okay.
they'll be displaying a lot of arts from Black queer people, painters, poets, musicians, you name it. So it's gonna go up on Friday. They'll show my material somewhere between 7 and 8. So I'll be sending you guys the reminder in the group and on my page.
Definitely.
So hopefully you guys can tune in. But that is definitely a blessing that the internet has given us the ability to still create, still share, and and let people know we're here, we're thriving, and something to look forward to once we all make it out.
Together, that's right.
Yes.
And if you could go open a show for any artist, who would it be?
If I could open for an artist, Tony Braxton.
Mm, my girl.
That's my Libra sister. I love everything about her. She's so mellow. She's so sexy. She's just to me that was like my blueprint for R&B. Yeah, she become my go-to. I love some Toni Braxton. I love me some her.
And who would you like to open your concert?
Hmm. Um, to open my concert, wow, I never thought about that. Like I did at this moment. I don't think I'm at that caliber, but um, I think once I do reach that caliber, I would probably have to pull in my team um, first and foremost to open up for me. And anyone else that's up and coming, I would just welcome any new artist who's hungry for it to open up on my stage. I would just want to pay it forward.
Yes, because there's a lot of new up and coming indie artists out here that are queer and in the community, that are part of the LGBTQ community and black. And
Hmm.
shout outs to Jamel and Carl that are in our group as well too. They're
Hmm.
Jamel does the R&B side, and then you got Carl who does the rap, and then shout outs
Hmm.
to Be Aquarius. Like we've got so many, Lil Kendra as well too. Like we've got so many
Oh
black
yes,
LGBT
Lil
artists.
Kendra is hot. Like
Yes.
Wow.
So I will tag her in this live. I will give definitely, and tonight is the Chasing Atlanta season finale. Tonight is Wednesday, so make sure you guys tune in for that.
I sure will. What an
Support our
awesome
girl.
cast. That's an awesome cast of people.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Rico with the K. Shout outs to him.
Rico with the
Like
K.
all of
Yes, him
these
too.
incredible Black LGBT artists that are out right now that are doing a thing. Like they need the representation too, and representation is definitely key.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
what's next for you in the future? What can you expect? What are you looking forward to?
What?
Because we're now in a new year,
Mm-hmm.
and I like to manifest things ahead. Like I've already got my vision board set up and everything. So, what do you feel is next for you in the future, or where do you see yourself musically and acting wise?
Mm-hmm. I have to get my Grammy. I don't think I want to stop until I get my Grammy, or at least a nomination. I got to get my Grammy. I got to get my AMA. I got to get my Tony, um, my Golden Globe, something. I got to be there. I got to reach that level. Um, if I don't at least receive nominations at some point in my lifetime, I'm not gonna feel like I did anything. I'm not gonna feel like I did my part. And that's just it. So we want to speak those awards into manifestation, please, y'all. And what else is next? I'm in the process of, like I said, making a few projects myself musically. I am writing um, another screenplay. I've written two already, but I got to go back and do some revision, update my language and things like that for the times. Um, I'm working on a musical here in Philadelphia. It's called Awoke. It was supposed to hit stage last September, but because
Yeah,
of the
and then this
pandemic,
happened.
of course, yeah, yeah. So I've been involved in the creating process of it as well. I had rewritten some of the numbers to make it more compliant with being a musical. Some great material by oh my gosh, she's probably gonna pluck me in my eyeball when she see me. But Miss Karen, you know who you are. You wrote this project, and my director, Alan Clark of Run Boy Run Productions. Um, we've all been collaborating on this to make this musical happen. So more than likely, it'll be live streamed. Um, if things don't turn around, if the vaccines don't work and those numbers don't go down, it will happen this year. So Awoke the musical. Please be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for the collaboration with myself and Mimi JK called Situations. Um, it's an R&B album about those situations in love, love and losing love and crazy
Ooh.
love, nasty love. We gonna cover it all. We gonna cover all the situations about love on that thing, and my next solo EP to follow that. Longheads Chicken and Waffles. What's up, y'all? What's up, Therese? It's a business in Philadelphia. I want to check them out. He caters. Um, so my project following situations will be it's complicated because love gets complicated. So I'm going
Yes.
to venture into those complicated issues as well, but of course from a black queer male perspective. Um, and what else? What else? What else? Yeah, I'm collaborating with a few people now, so my brother's busy. The music's
And
coming.
you're in the studio right now cooking up something.
Yeah,
So
I'm in here right now.
we shall see what's coming up.
Yes, ma'am.
Ladies and gentlemen, do we have any questions for Vbrown before we conclude this interview? Because this was a great interview and it kind of comforted me. I feel relieved. It's been an exhausting week going
Yeah,
into the new year 2021.
I was told
2020
I
has
have
been,
that kind of voice to
yes,
calm a
soothing
room.
effect. You and who else
Yes,
is it?
man.
It's Chris June. Chris June that is in our group too. Y'all like
Hmm.
y'all have this energy and Damian T. Raven as well. Shout outs to all of these fellas. Like y'all have this energy about y'all. It's just like it's very major as well too. Yesterday when we did our
Yeah.
interview,
Oh my
like
gosh, that
his
was something else.
energy.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, brother had good energy. Hey, I'd love to collaborate with him too. But yeah, like I've always had like this just calm kind of demeanor, I guess. I just refuse to be stressed and crazed. Like no matter what the situations is, I'm gonna stay level because nobody gonna like me on 10. If I ever hit 10, people gonna start hating you. You don't want
Oh
to see that
Lord.
guy. You don't want to see that guy.
Mm-mm. That they've seen me on 10 plenty of thousands
Hmm.
of
Oh
times.
yeah, I see the build up. I'm like,
Thousands.
oh shit, commence to dragon, Miss Stevie.
When they know when I go into that deep pause, they think I'm going into a trance or something. And it's just like, no,
Uh-huh.
no, it's not that.
Uh-huh.
Do we have any questions before we conclude this interview? Because this is such a great conversation. I feel like I'm chatting with an old friend, but this right
Absolutely.
here is what people need to know. If you decide to get into the music business, the fundamentals of what you need to do, because there's so many artists out here that are indie artists that
Hmm.
produce and write their own music. Cardi B, I think it was saying so. She was saying something about being an independent artist is very difficult because you have to manage yourself. Even me, I don't have a publisher. I don't have an assistant. I don't have those things.
Listen,
So I do the booking, but my platform, I'm surprised it's successful and it's taken off. It's not national television picking it up yet, but I
hmm,
mean, it's doing well because of how I present it. Presentation is what Major was saying yesterday in our interview. Presentation. It's about presentation.
right. And I like the fact that you said yet, okay? Because anything can happen. Anything can
Yes,
happen.
because
And like,
even whew,
yeah, it's like, and when I first saw, I think I first saw you when you were interviewing with Kim and Kelly. Like,
hmm
I think spirits recognize each other. They recognize
and my
each other.
phone fell down. That was so embarrassing. I will never live that down.
I forgot all about that. Don't remind people about the falling phone.
He was like, "It's okay, it's okay."
Yeah,
I was just like, "Oh my god!"
it
I was
happens
like
to
this
the
the whole
best.
time. It was so embarrassing.
But no, I just like I said, I had to get on here and talk with you. What you're doing is is phenomenal. Don't change, no matter because people will probably try and get in your ear and be like, "Oh no, you gotta turn up a little bit. You gotta do this, you gotta do that." Don't change. Don't throw unnecessary shade. Hey, cuz, there's my cuz, Mimi JK. Um, don't change. Don't change. We have to be authentic. That was one of the things I struggled with too. Um, like where do I fit in? And it's like light bulb, you ain't gotta fit in. Be you.
Originality, right?
Originality. That counts too. Like don't follow the crowd. You don't have to be super rich. You don't have to be. You don't have to throw. And this is no shade, but you don't have to be like the rest. You don't have to throw a wig on and do all these things that everyone else is following the trend with just to get noticed as a black gay artist. You don't have to do all that. You be you. Be true to yourself. I'm like, I thought I had to play the game. I was willing, I, but just stay true to yourself. Stay true to your brand. And it'll come. It'll come.
Absolutely. And I definitely will continue that and on
Hmm.
for a long time. So, do we have
Hmm.
any last questions? Anything before we conclude, ladies and gentlemen? This is our third. Oh, I love that, Miss Bees. Yeah, and I always listen. For me, I don't even know what a box is at this point. I'm so far out of the box. Like even with stop, not just fashion, but with attitude, personality, perseverance,
Hmm.
my outlook on life,
Hmm.
certain things that I put into my own perspective. And what I'm thankful for is for platforms like Chasing Atlanta. And I say that because they get to tell their own story. You're not going to tell my story for me. Yes, you can present it, but I want to tell my own story. I want to tell my own narrative. I made a post about that. Like, you have control over your vision, your goals, your passion, your dreams, all of your manifestation, all of these things that you put into the universe. What God
Hmm.
put before you, let no man put asunder. So nobody can take what He has given to you. So
Hmm. Come on,
trust.
preach, Miss Stevie. You better give us a word on this evening.
I had to. My mom told me that one day. She says, "You got a gift. You got a gift. You got a platform." And I don't know what it is. People feel as though they can come and talk to me about certain things.
Hmm.
Like, it's this motherly spirit. And I said, I'm far from my mom. I'm not old. I'm 27.
Listen,
So
you ain't got to
I'm
push nobody out to be motherly. I mean, come on. There's people who have not bear any children who are better parents than
right.
people who are birthing. You know,
And I try
I'm
to
gonna
be
leave it at
like
that.
how can I describe it? I try to be like the peacemaker in certain situations. I try to bring people together, which is what a mom would probably do when she sees the kids fighting. What does she do? Work it
Hmm.
out.
Yeah,
So,
y'all cut it out, work it out.
yeah, that's what I would do. I'll probably make some comments. And if it's not me, then it's Sky. Sky's somewhat his energy is just so unique. Like, shout outs to Sky
Hmm.
Valentine
Hmm.
from Chasing Atlanta as well. Like,
Yeah.
just their energy on a whole different level and their perspective and outlook on life and certain things and love and relationships and
Hmm.
building all of these strong friendships with people, like the connections that we all have within our circle. And that's something that I don't take for granted.
Absolutely. And I said, I have to get in this circle before you forget about the little people. No, I know you
Oh,
won't.
I
I know you
won't.
won't. But like, I had to, like, you're doing major things. I'm like, when I get on here, people are like, who that? Bring Shanice back. Well, I'm like, no, I am Vbrown. I am an artist, and I got something to say. You can hate it or love it, but I hope
And
you love it.
everybody is welcome on my platform. It doesn't have to be a Grammy nominated artist. I do indie artists. I
Right,
do
right,
up and coming artists.
right.
Just recently I did an interview with Doc Soleil, who is also in the Carolinas, and we both discovered that like I felt like I was talking to somebody right in my neighborhood.
Hmm.
So I
Hmm.
will bring my family on. I will bring my friends on. Like new things in 2021, and my family members have perspective on different things too. And y'all think that I'm crazy when it comes to discussing some of these politics topics. Y'all ain't met my daddy yet.
Uh-huh,
So,
uh-huh. Oh
but
yes, our elders are passionate about this because they have seen it all
mhm,
before. They were out there in the trenches in the middle of the civil rights movements, and like they've gone through this before, and they're not trying to see a repeat. So of course I know they're passionate.
absolutely.
They're passionate about it.
I love you too, Terrence. Do we have any last questions before we wrap up with Vbrown, actor singer? This is our third show for today. I did 3 shows in one day
Okay.
in a new year. That's
Okay.
never happened before.
Yeah.
So
You're working. You're working, baby. You're working.
she has a welcoming heart and spirit. Thank you, Terrence. Yeah, like what is a sob to be mean to somebody? Like it costs
Nothing.
nothing to be
Nothing.
nice to a person, to let them know that it's okay, just to have hope, to have humility, who have humanity. And again, it's my optimistic personality, my outlook on life. I'm a Scorpio. We have our wild moments, but at the end of the day,
Absolutely.
we're very optimistic
And
on our
nurturing people.
outlooks.
Naturally nurturing people. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
And we're
ma'am.
very passionate. We're very passionate about certain things. So,
Yeah. But I mean, if I just no questions. Like I said, if I could leave people with one thing, just try peace. Before you try
yes,
anything else, try peace.
absolutely. And make sure that you guys, Alex was talking about it today before our show, when we did our second show. So make sure you maintain your mental stability. Find something, find music. Music can calm your nerves. It can calm the anxiety. Trust me. Like that's why I'm so chill today. I went off a few minutes ago because of what he was doing, but that was needed and other news outlets feel the same exact thing that I felt. But now it's just like it's okay. You did your part.
Hmm.
Now let them decide what they're going
Let
to do
them.
because there's going to be repercussions for what's going on in
Oh,
Capitol Hill right now.
absolutely, absolutely. And
Hmm.
like I said, it was just so prevalent today that America hates our black asses because it,
Yes,
it wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened. There would be black bodies laid out all over Capitol Hill Gardens and steps and hanging out the windows. Them snipers would have taken some shots at
mass
anyone, any
violence.
black person that was bashing those windows in. The snipers would have taken those shots, definitely. So I just tell people try
Absolutely.
peace. My people, black queer people, LGBTQ plus, whatever you identify as, all my people. Be careful and get licensed to carry. My producer's gonna help me get mine. I got a
That
I got a family to protect. Hello. Good
right.
morning.
I was saying that a few minutes ago, and Alex said, "Huh? Before you start going, all right. Before you start packing
Hmm.
pistols in your purses,
No, get
um,
one. Get one.
yeah,
Because Karen and Darren will try you.
yes, absolutely. And me and Terrence was talking about that too. Make sure you guys are staying safe. Make sure you guys are wearing your mask, washing your hands. Do not go out there and engage with these protesters
Do
if you are
not.
in the DC area. It is something tragic going on. What is happening right now is a coup.
Yes.
So please
Don't fall
do
for it.
not.
Do not engage. Do not engage, my people. Do not sit back and let the smoke clear. We know who we are. That's not our fight right there. Sorry.
And that
You see
comes
what's
from
out
our
there.
girl Tamika D. Mallory and our love bug here, Vbrown singer. That's who those words come back. Tamika D.
Hmm.
Mallory said, "Black people stand back and
Stand
stand
back.
by. Do not go out there and try to play Captain Save a Coon, because
Yep.
it's not going to help you at the end of the
Just
day."
protect yourself and protect your family.
All right, y'all.
Okay.
This
Well,
concludes our interview, and it will be up here on IGTV. A great time talking to you, and you're welcome back on my platform
likewise.
anytime.
Oh, I
All of
appreciate it.
y'all.
I want to co-host with you one day. I gotta. You make me watch the news now. I don't watch the news.
I
I
try to
gotta.
put my
I gotta
own
look like,
spin
what
on
is
the
Miss Stevie
topics.
talking about? What is she talking about? And then I go see the madness because it just gets on my nerve. Like I really have not been that in tune with the news lately because it's disgusting. You turn it on. This is the kind of bullshit. I'm sorry, the bullshit that you're seeing. So I can't. Like I said, I don't like being stressed out. But all I know
And
is,
now y'all understand what I've been going through since
yes,
2020.
my eyes
Right.
are open, and like I said, got to protect ourselves, protect our people, protect your own individual families. Okay.
Absolutely, y'all.
So, and if nothing else, I just want to tell everybody, all my music is available on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, iHeart, Google, any digital music platform that you stream your music from. And it won't hurt to make a purchase. Make a purchase. A brother need more than 10 cents for the stream. And
Definitely.
if you want a CD personally signed, just DM me. I'll get it made and shipped to you. Stay tuned in
Definitely.
Philadelphia for Awoke the Musical. Um, what else? I'm doing, like I said, I'm writing some stage plays, and all that news will follow. That will follow.
So stay
Go
tuned.
stream. There's a movie I forgot to talk about, which is I feel like is a classic and essential to our Black gay culture that I was a part of a few years ago. It is on Netflix now, I believe, and it's called Love Don't Live Here. Love is spelled Luv. It's a story about it shows you who your friends truly are when situations come about. Who's going to be there? Who's going to have your back? Who's going to take care of you? In the gay community, a lot of us don't have the luxury of being, um, hey Raquel, a lot of us don't have the luxury of, I would say, having a united front and a family that cares about us. So we tend to rely on our friends, the
Yes.
girlfriends out here. We rely on each other. We're sleeping on croutons and things in friends' homes, and you come to depend on these folks. But then it's like when tragedy strikes, who's going to
Then you
continue to
need
have
each
your
other.
back?
And then, oh,
You need
when
each
we
other.
didn't
People
know.
steal from you. People they cash you out, talk bad about you. They situations come out. They put you in a grave before you even dead. Like, listen, this movie is if you have not seen it before, go stream it now on Netflix, Amazon Prime, Happy TV. It's a new streaming media outlet, particularly for the LGBTQ plus community. Again, it's called Love Luv. Don't Live Here. Um, what else is out there? Crap, I'm having a brain fart. But if you follow me here, if you follow me on my YouTube channel, Vbrown, those things are posted there as well.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and this concludes our interview. Make sure you guys go and follow and support everything that Vbrown, actor, singer, is doing. And if you're in my group, the event is January 16th at 6 p.m. on Zoom. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And again, stay home, stay safe. You've done your job. Take a deep breath. It's over now. It is
Absolutely.
definitely over.
It's
All right, ladies
okay.
and gentlemen. I love you all, and y'all please be safe, and y'all have a blessed night.
Thank you. Bless you, Miss Stevie.
All right, my lovies.
See
All right,
ya.
love.
Bye bye.
You too. Bye bye.